and welcome to the newsroom of BIXPO 2019. I'm Ji-hee Won, and with me this afternoon is Bruno Meyer, Senior Executive of RTE. Welcome to the show, Mr. Meyer.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
So, is this your first time visiting Korea?
Yes, it is. It's a great pleasure, great honor for me to be invited here. But it's not the first time that I'm in contact with KEPCO, because KEPCO is a global company, and I've met them before in Europe, in the USA, and I'm very happy and proud to be invited by KEPCO.
Lovely. So that means this is your very first BIXPO experience.
And it is my first BIXPO, yes.
So how do you like it so far?
I'm impressed. I've got an experience of many international trade fairs in the area of energy. I think this is by far the biggest I've ever saw. So I'm impressed by the size of it, the diversity of it, the number of different countries which are represented. I'm just amazed.
So I can tell that you have walked around the venue and attended different sessions. So have you attended any other events aside from the new technology exhibition that we have?
Yes, besides the exhibition, I've attended the Energy Leaders event this morning. I could participate there as a speaker myself, but before that I heard some of the participation of different panels, and it was very interesting.
I see, that's wonderful. So I know this is only the second day, and we have one more day to go.
Yeah.
So what has sort of stood out the most so far? On the floor or?
Yeah, I think there are two different levels. Level one, as I said, is the exhibition itself, by its size, by the different technologies which have been shown. I haven't seen them all. I'll continue to visit the different booths. This is on the technology. And then on the presentations during the panels, I'm very impressed and by the different discussions that took place. The subjects are key subjects. Maybe we're going to cover them later on. But the key topics for industry are being dealt with. They are topics for industry and the topic for society at large.
Wonderful. So far, you have told me that you have gone through all the exhibition and also conferences as well. So you should know that the main theme of the BIXPO 2019 is digital platform.
Yes.
As you know, everything is being migrated onto the digital platform. So I'm just wondering how that has unfolded in your country.
Okay, I work for a company which is called RTE, which is the French electric transmission operator, and digitalization is a key development issue. So this is for my own company, and in the country itself, digitalization is being pushed very highly in research and so on. So this is a strong topic in my country. If I can add something, the difficulty with this is that we have to make society and the companies more digital, but at the same time run the company, let's say, as usual, as we say, keep the lights on, which is for electricity company the main objective. So this turns it very challenging indeed. I
see. So on that note, as we usher in the era of digital transformation, things around us are being hyper-connected. So do you think BIXPO 2019 sufficiently demonstrates the hyper-connected society we are living in today?
Well, yes, it has. Again, if you look at the different exhibitors, which show some technology, but at the panels which I've attended, some of the discussions really has shown how digitalization can help improve the efficiency of the different corporations and societies. And there's this double issue of energy transition and digitalization. The world, Korea and other countries, are facing the emergence of wind energy, solar energy. All these are needed and asked by governments, but they're, let's say, difficult to master, and digital technology is going to be fundamental to master these technologies.
And because of the digital transformation, we are also experiencing the market transformation.
Yes.
And thanks to the emergence of many different technologies, some contend that they can just go off grid,
Yeah.
which is why we shouldn't make this humongous investment in the infrastructure and so on.
Yeah.
So what would you say to those people?
Okay, you're asking a key question there, which is, should we invest highly and heavily, for instance, on new power grid when digital solutions could provide substitute and provide alternative solutions? I would say yes, we can do that. Of course, I come from a power grid company, and I would say we should be careful not to stop investments which are necessary and which are needed to provide the bulk of the system. If you have new technology, you still need to transfer, let's say, electricity, which is physical electricity is electrons. You still got to transfer them between the generators to the consumers, and this has to be done through wires of some kinds. So let's forget the wires. This could be one of my points.
So what would you say to utility operators like KEPCO? What would you say they should do in order to fulfill the newly emerging desires and needs of our consumers?
First of all, I would never dare telling KEPCO what they should do, because I admire what KEPCO is doing already. So KEPCO is a great company, and who am I to say, KEPCO should do this and that? I just would say on a general note that KEPCO, my company, and other companies of this type should really look into digital help to make the system more secure, more agile, more competitive, and also to, let's say, to meet the goals related to climate change and sustainability. So certainly make an effort in research and development, trying new technology. This is something which KEPCO should be doing and is already doing, I know, and that the other companies should be doing as well. It's not KEPCO. KEPCO is pretty much at the forefront. And this shows because KEPCO is holding such an event. I mean, it's just impressive to see a company like KEPCO organizing a full event during 3 days on this energy transition and digitalization. This just shows how important the topic is for KEPCO managers.
So you just touched upon sustainability, the significance of sustainability. So when it comes to climate change and environmental issues, there is a humongous say-do gap, I think. So what do you suggest the public and private sector key stakeholders, such as regulators and policymakers and consumers and utility operators, to do?
First thing I would say to the public is save energy. I mean, this is first thing. I mean, we spend too much energy per usage. The second thing is that electricity is one of the elements to master climate change problems. Because depending on how you make electricity, but still you can avoid having, let's say, classical motor cars in the cities and have some electric vehicles. All these will bring better quality for the air, for climate change issues. So I think this is a big line of progress that we could
I think this is going to be my last question. The global energy industry has gone through this massive mega shift at the moment. So have you witnessed any type of major energy paradigm shift in your country?
Well, yes, we have. In our country, the main paradigm shift is the emergence of intermittent energy generation, that is basically wind energy and solar energy, which is growing very fast. Now, as a caveat, as a warning, I would say the wind doesn't blow always. The sun, besides the fact that it doesn't shine at night, it's not always a sunny day. So what can we do on days with little wind and little sunshine? So the system has to be prepared to face these issues.
To ensure that reliability, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up this interview, do you have any thoughts or comments you would like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, I would say that energy and electricity supply is a very complex system. it's not just a question of saying we should do this, we should do that. The users know that the supply and having electricity at all times is fundamental. For this, you need technology. Of course, we should try new digitalization and make sure that these new techniques are adapted to have a full 24/7 electricity supply.
It's been absolutely lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you, KEPCO, for inviting me for this extraordinary event. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.